It's 7:42 this morning. It has been nearly 2 weeks since the U.S. and Israel launched a full-scale military operation against the Iranian regime. Iran has seen now its navy and leadership largely diminished since those strikes began. With the Strait of Hormuz seeing limited traffic, we've certainly seen a jump in oil prices and gas prices, and we've seen a growing number of casualties. And joining us live now to talk about the many aspects of this, Florida State Representative Anna Eskamani, the first Iranian American elected to the Florida legislature. Anna, always good to have you on. Good morning.
Thank you, Ryan. It's good to see you.
So really the biggest question remains, what direction is the country going to take in terms of leadership? What will that mean for the people of Iran? Have you been able to have any contact with people in the country? I know it's been tough with communications down.
Yeah, it's been very difficult. You know, I have family spread across 4 different cities within Iran, and I think it's worth noting that overwhelmingly the people of Iran do not reflect their regime, and they do want freedom. They do want a democratic system, but of course the institution of the Islamic Republic of Iran is deeply embedded in every part of society, private and public sector. And so with that said, it's been hard to get in touch with my family, so I'm not sure if everyone is safe, but one of my cousins in Tehran, I have been able to talk to in bursts of moments, and you know, everyone is living in an environment of just uncertainty. Yeah. And of course there's a hope for regime change, but I have to tell you that there is a concern that the more the United States responds and assaults the country, it gives the hardliners more of an opportunity just to dig deeper.
Well, that's what's hard. Does she describe, I mean, is life somewhat normal for them? How do they get information? Are they able to do what they were able to do before in terms of walk around?
No, not at all. I mean, this is basically living in an environment where at any moment strikes could happen. And remember, Iran doesn't have the infrastructure, bomb shelters, other types of safety infrastructure. So it's very difficult to maintain a normal environment.
I can only imagine. As you mentioned, there is a power struggle. The power that is controlling the country right now is outnumbered, but yet they hold the power right now. We don't know what's left of Iran's leadership. We do know they've named the supreme leader's son. I mean, that goes to your point that the hardliners want to control power at this point.
Yes, it's almost like an amphibian. You cut one arm off, another one just grows out. So it's incredibly concerning when it comes to what I assume is some of the goals of individuals engaging in this military assault, is that they want to create an environment where the people of Iran can lead regime change. But it's incredibly difficult to do that, especially when you just have so much uncertainty and destabilization in the entire region. And it's worth noting that we've lost U.S. service members already in this conflict, and it breaks my heart knowing the lives, the innocent lives lost, and our service members' lives lost in the context of what the end game is here. Yeah,
and it's hard to imagine the U.S. and Israel here would not want this to be a regime change, because then the question is, what was this for? We know the Iran and U.S. once allies. I mean, could you see that again? How do you see this finishing if the hardliners are still in power? Obviously, it's not the finish anyone wants, including the president.
Well, great question. Overall, I think that the people of this country, the United States, oppose a prolonged military intervention, and I would echo those concerns. We do not want a repeat of Iraq or Afghanistan, which is why I think President Trump's press conference recently, when asked who would lead Iran, he said he wanted someone that was internal or external. Now, candidly, it's not the United States' choice of who leads Iran. It should be led by the people of Iran. But I think he's realizing that you need individuals that will be willing to work the United States and still have sense of control over these institutions within the country. So it's just incredibly overwhelming of what comes next. And what worries me is the lives of innocent people being lost, the U.S. service members being impacted and their families. And so we really need clarity on what these next steps are, especially as we see the impact right here in Florida on gas prices.
Yeah, let's finish this real quick. Just what we saw in Venezuela, where obviously Nicolas Maduro was removed. They have someone that, although maybe not aligned with the U.S., was much more so. Is that the hope that maybe some of the Iranian leadership realizes, look, we're going to lose our lives unless we take a different direction?
I'm sure that's a part of it, Ryan, but I'll tell you, the diaspora wants regime change, so I think those tensions will continue.
All right, well, it is a difficult topic. We'll see where things go, but like you said, there are a lot of people in your former country that are stuck there. So, Anna, always appreciate you being on with us, and we'll continue to follow this.